You know, a picture can say 1,000 words, but it's a video that can get your ass busted. Jamie's Vlog. Good morning, interweb. Sorry for the darkness there. No, what I said then, that was in regards to well, what happened recently, because on the news is that in North Carolina, a policeman had basically, or a police officer, had basically shot an unarmed black man just in the middle of broad daylight, and you know, it was caught on camera. But it also showed as well what happened after the shooting, because he went in and reported saying that a shooting was happening and the person in question, you know, stole the police officer's, taser. But it showed on the video that someone had taped across away from the other side of the park, that the police officer filed it in, picked up the taser that was, you know, nowhere near the person. So say now the shooting was like over there, well, the person shot was lying over there now. Yeah, picked up the taser, went over and just plopped it right next to him, thinking, oh, if the people find it there, maybe then, you know, I got a story to say that he tried to take my taser. No, because that is one thing now, is basically to shoot an unarmed man, whether it be black, white, Asian, gay, straight, whatever. But it's another then to try and cover it up like that, so pathetically. You know, it's a good thing that the person who filmed it from the other side of the park actually, you know, was able to film that and stuff. And, you know, we just saw it on the news and everything over here, and I'm thinking, are we really going down that road again, where basically the police are trying to cover up all the little accidents like this with planting evidence, well, stuff like that? It really does pee me off, because, you know, I hear that the police now, they took an oath to protect and serve, but not when stuff like that happens, you know. And they say that the person in question, the unarmed black man, you know, he only ran away from the police because he thought, you know, he was owed child support, and he got scared and he tried to run off. Okay, fair enough, the police officer tried to taser him, but, you know, the guy ran away. But you don't go around grabbing your gun out and then shooting him in the back several times, you know, and then just try and plant the taser and saying, oh, he tried to steal my taser. You know, it doesn't work like that, no. If you're a true cop and stuff, you would be true to what you say, even when you file it out, because they said as well that in the filing they tried to perform CPR on the scene as well, because he was, you know, the person wasn't breathing. Saw it on the video, no CPR whatsoever. So yeah, you know, they're gonna, well, they've already charged the officer in question now. They've dismissed him from the police and stuff, and he is going to prison, and most probably will be given life imprisonment for something like this. But still, you know, it should be shown now that the police should really pull their finger out of what they do, because we're now in that age where not only can people pull out their cell phones to take pictures, but they can also take video, and they can use that then for evidence, because, you know, the police officer can say, oh, you know, I didn't do it whatsoever. Yeah, if they pull out a video and see you doing that, yeah, you are so busted by that. You are generally busted, you know, if it comes back to bite you in the ass like that. So I'm just saying this now, I respect the police and everything like that, but please get your act together. That's all I'm saying there, really. So anyway, today's agenda. Yeah, fun way to start the morning with a bitch off like that. And it's not even 8. That's great. It's, well, what do you call it? I know today we'll be going down to the airport because we're picking up Chris's sister, who said she'd be coming to the wedding for tomorrow, and that is just a nice thing to have. I know it's like last minute and stuff, but, you know, for my family, you know, it's upsetting that they can't be here to see the wedding in person and stuff, but I know that I'll be setting up a Skype with them, so they'll be able to watch it through Skype. And, you know, it sucks because, you know, they would really like to be here and stuff. They really wanted to come and stuff, but the thing is, they didn't have a passport, and we all know that after a while, the passport system does take some time just to sort out. Plus, as well, with a visa, trying to save up money and trying to get down to Heathrow and all the way sorted in time for the wedding. Yeah, it would have been a nightmare. But oh well, tried the best really. But you know, Skype that. I know they'll be there in spirit, and they have sent money over for the wedding. But you know, that's grateful as well. I know that they'll be there for me no matter what. So I'm gonna finish off this coffee and get on with the rest of the day. Told you we had an oldies, not a littles, but an oldies. Okay, I've never trusted my phone again in my pocket. For some reason, it sent a text message, actually 2 text messages, to both Irene and to Chris, saying, but talk of Gifil,
which is Welsh for I have gas.
And I just had a text message back from Irene. Up yours. Oh, goody.
Hi.
We're at the airport now. Good thing is, it's not for me. I'm not departing, we're just waiting for an arrival. Yes. You're lovely. Oh, that's the first time I've seen her galloped. That was the first.
That's a nice little canter.
Yep. She is here, the sister. Okay, so we dropped off the girls at the house. Where are we going?
There's a couple of things we need to pick up.
Yeah, so we're going to Price Chopper. And then we're going back home. What do you want to do for food?
I've got to leave here in a couple of hours. So.
Yeah, he's working at 2 till 10.
2:30.
2:30 to 10. 2:30 to 10:30. Bloody hell. I just know the next couple of days are going to be hectic. Well, the next day or so is going to be hilarious.
Different.
It'll be hilarious.
That is.
Tiny. Everyone's on their bloody phone. Okay, I am now. Well, we had food. Chris has gone to work though, which sucks. Now he's home at 10 tonight, doing a bit of editing of the wedding cake video, which has been freaking awesome. I'm gonna edit a little bit more of that later, but I'll put that on hold. Right now, I'm gonna go back downstairs and mingle with the rest of the family. Yay! I'll try and get this one. There we go. Plug you in. Yay! Apples, 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 apple slices for a snack. It's really good. Good apples. I love Granny Smiths. Really good. Hi. Another one of those little talky talks now. Nothing serious, don't worry. It's just my thoughts really on this wedding and stuff. Cause in about, wow, just over 26 hours from now, I'm going to be getting married. And I have to say I'm amazed. Because honestly, this was a step I thought I'd never think I would ever take so quickly. Okay, fair enough, because of my window is closing in for the visa thingy that finishes in May. You know, trying to get everything done and sorted. But like I said before, this was something me and Chris were talking for a while. You know, before that, if we get it sorted, then we can talk about marriage down the line. See this window for the marriage just pop up, it's quite astonishing, I have to say. You know, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just remarkable, really. Because you've got to think about it, I got to university, in which I was thrilled about, but I didn't graduate. That I was gutted for. But Tom told me earlier, I was talking to Tom, he says, well, it's funny, for someone who has not, come to graduation, that type of thing. Well, you graduated in September, you're a late graduator, you're the first one in our class to ever get married. You're even getting married before two of the girls who are supposed to be getting married soon. And I'm like, bloody hell. And I keep saying this time and time again, I'm amazed by what's happening with my life and where I am now. And to show it to you guys as well, that is the biggest mind-blowing thing ever. Because, for tomorrow, for the wedding, I'll be Skyping it with my parents. They'll be seeing it on their end. If I didn't have this, if I didn't have you guys and stuff, it was just being like, my parents watch it and that's it. We wouldn't have had, video recording. Yeah, we have pictures, but it's so much better to have video and stuff, because you record more of your life and see the motion within it. I know I'm getting a bit hippie, long, wow. But still, like I said right at the beginning of today, I said that a picture can say 1,000 words, but a video can get you busted with the police thing. But going back on that, a picture can say 1,000 words, but it's a video that can tell the story perfectly. As you guys have been seeing and stuff for the last 4 years. And again, I'm amazed. I really am amazed that where I'm going with my journey so far and how it's looking, and experiencing what is happening, with university, moving to my own place for university and stuff, going through that bump with not being able to graduate and failing the module, but getting that chance to retake my module and to pass second time. Actually, no, it's more of a third time. Third time's a charm. Brilliant. Ice bucket challenge, Cardiff trips, gatherings, America, Pure, wedding. Again, I'm astonished, I'm amazed that I've made it this far. And what lies ahead of me is a mystery. It's a total mystery. I don't know what the hell's going to be lying ahead of me. I know definitely year 5 when it comes to it in October. But one thing for sure, I'm not alone now anymore. As of tomorrow, I will not be alone in my adventures. And that Jamie's blog is really going to be not only just one Welshman with a camera, but it's going to be a Welshman and his husband. And I know that Chris, he's okay with the vlogs. He likes to vlog and stuff. If he wants to vlog stuff, he'd be like, oh, where's your camera and stuff? And I give him the camera and he would vlog on his end. And like you saw for the last couple of times, he did do the outro, and honestly, he's so cute when he holds the camera. That's another thing with Chris. He's also amazing for what he has done, to what he's dealing with, and what he's going to be dealing with as of after tomorrow. I couldn't pick a better boyfriend, as well as picking the best fiance and soon to be the greatest husband to take this journey with. And that is just amazing to have. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to wait until Chris comes home, and then we're going to go to bed, be up early tomorrow, do the last final preparations for the big day, and you got to be charged, because it is going to be an awesome day. Well, you may not see it as an awesome day, but for us it's going to be an awesome day, and we hope you enjoy it as well. So thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video and the talks we've had and stuff so far. And if you have, don't forget to like. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see what's happening next, and as well as be told, when the video for the wedding is up as well, subscribe down below, because you'll know firsthand then when the video is up. And we'll see you tomorrow for a brand spanking new day, in which will be, to me, the biggest, better day so far in my life than the rest. So until then, thank you, I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow for the wedding. So until then, take it easy guys. Hasta.